In Northern Ireland, there are things you don't talk about. In the 1960s, people learned the hard way to stop. Silenced in the 70s with a bit of jail time if you didn't comply. Unlike the 80s when they wouldn't stop talking. So much they were reduced to mime, a crime to be heard, absurdly dubbed. The 90s when talking turned to singing and they pretended to hold hands and teach the world to sing. Somewhere in the middle of all this, I appeared. Maybe I absorbed it in the womb. Absorbed the whispers and bin lid rattles like I absorbed my mother's nutrients, like they absorbed their own nutrients from their fat and muscle and bone marrow until nothing was left. It took him 66 days to absorb himself, and I think in the womb I heard it. I'm made of it. McGeown's only last 42 days before their family take them off strike for health reasons. You can't die as it'll make you sick, as only a McGeown can manage to fuck up dying. I am your red right hand. I am this divided land. I didn't realise Zombie by the Cranberries was about Northern Ireland, as everyone has their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns, don't they? Memory. A fire was just a fire, and I laughed because I didn't know why there was a guy on the top, as that was 5th of November. Remember, I read it in books. My mum hushes me, saying she'll explain later, not wanting the neighbours to know I don't know it's the Pope because I was sheltered from all this, living in interdenominational bliss. Never heard the sash. Don't know when people ask me to sing, as I live in a bubble, and I am your red right hand. I am this divided land. Came up the lagan. Up the lagan in a protective bubble in my protected Protestant school, while McGeowns were dropping like flies all around me, all warm and safe, save for the glowing neon surname attached to my forehead. No one ever spoke of it. Francis Felix became Frank, Franklicized, and I never wondered why he didn't come with us to see the bands. And a Catholic taxi driver shot dead. This is what the news is for, to tell you who's been shot. I didn't even understand half the words, but can still hear them with a kind of muscle memory. Secretary of State Tom King, Patrick Mayhew, paramilitary shooting, kneecapped, found dead. This is what the news is for, to tell you who is dead. We didn't take the soup, he said, but people keep force feeding me. McGeown. McGeown? McGeown. McGeown, I am your red right hand. I am this divided land. Word association. Burnt out car bomb, petrol bomb scare, Castle Court, normality, bomb damage, fire damage, seal. I never wondered why so many places were on fire. Some places were afire more often than not, which led to cheap school uniforms. Memory. In the library. Made some friends, and I can pinpoint the exact moment. Are you a Protestant or a Catholic? And time stops. More words from the news to tell you who is dead. Protestant and Catholic, and I resolve to find out what they mean when I go home. Should I have been listening all along? I am your red right hand. I am this divided land. I take pieces of evidence out and examine them. What exactly are people doing to each other's kneecaps? And why do the orange men carry swords? Why are they so unhappy? What if their sword slips? A secret fear every year I edge away from the spikes. A grey spot on a happy day. Is it a happy day? And a Catholic taxi driver shot dead. This is what the news is for, to tell you who's been shot. I didn't even understand half the words, but can still hear them with a kind of muscle memory. Secretary of State Tom King, Patrick Mayhew, paramilitary shooting, kneecapped, found dead. This is what the news is for, to tell you who is dead. I am your red right hand. I am this divided land. Derided man. Black and tan, home rule plan, balaclava, football fan, also ran, weapons ban, kicking the can, they'll tell me, ma, I am this divided land.